2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
We're segregated, intoxicated, and medicated by this orchestrated media that's intended to cultivate adverse behavior, setting us up for failure. Love thy neighbor doesn't apply to today's character. We're segregated, intoxicated, and medicated by this orchestrated media that's intended to cultivate adverse behavior, setting us up for failure. Love thy neighbor doesn't apply to today's character. But back in the day, where life was always crazy, people were lazy, teens were having babies. Now times are harder, and people aren't much smarter, buying material things when you could barely feed your daughter. Back in the 90s, when hip-hop was the best, people weren't so stressed and gas cost so much less. People nowadays just have no common sense, like that mainstream TV is more important than the rent. We need to change that mentality, back to how it used to be, back when the economy wasn't bad like our morality. Stop with the vanity and all the inhumanity. Nobody can argue that my words don't have gravity. No one disagree that the problems exist. Nobody wants to lift a finger to come up with a fix. Too busy fighting over race, religion, and politics, while the people on the news channel have you translation all that negative taking out the expletive, making it feel like you need a sedative. Yeah, the news crews just pick and choose the news they wanna use to confuse the youth, sitting in front of the tube, standing in line for soup, but they won't tell you the truth. So many of the homeless off your right to choose. Republican, Democratic, it's all bureaucratic. You're not scholastic, it's very last on the demographic. Resources available, education attainable, but the lack of motivation is so unexplainable. Don't deprive your kids of a better life to live by not giving them the tools that this great nation has to give. Cause that's the terrorism, a fucking mental prison, when people in other countries do so much of what you've been given. So here's my prescription, no adverse effects. Treat each other with love, compassion, and respect. We're segregated, intoxicated, and medicated by this orchestrated media that's intended to cultivate adverse behavior, setting us up for failure. Love thy neighbor doesn't apply to today's character. We're segregated, intoxicated, and medicated by this orchestrated media that's intended to cultivate adverse behavior, setting us up for failure. Love thy neighbor doesn't apply to today's character.